කියලා ඉවරයක් කරන්න බැරි තරම් නිෂ්පාදන පෙළක්. කිල්ස් නිෂ්පාදන අරිම මිලට හොඳම තත්ත්වයෙන්.
The Central Bank, with the coordination of the Colombo Post City Commission, will facilitate the conduct of offshore banking businesses through required regulatory and supervisory functions that we are working with the banks and the Port City Commission. In relation to non-bank financial institutions, Central Bank remains committed to safeguarding the non-bank financial institution sector by strengthening the regulatory environment. Alongside the key instrument there is the implementation of the master plan for consolidation of finance companies, which was initially announced in 2020. The master plan aims to create a strong and stable non-bank financial institution sector and consists of two phases. Under phase 1, 8 amalgamation transactions were successfully completed. The revised phase 2 of the master plan was announced in December 2024 with an execution period spanning over 3 years from March 2025 to March 2028. This phase 2 focuses on enhancing the resilience of finance companies that intend to continue on standalone basis. The progress of these finance companies in meeting the benchmarks established under phase 2 will be monitored to ensure successful implementation of the revised phase 2. To strengthen regulatory oversight, enhance risk management, and promote stability of the non-bank financial institutions, the sector, amendments also would be made to the Finance Business Act and the Finance Licensing Act. So we'll do it in this year in line with the developments in the non-bank financial institution sector. Obviously, we will have a consultation with the sector when we introduce these legislations. Now we turn into macroprudential policies. Now under new act is the Macroprudential Authority of Sri Lanka. We published a macroprudential policy framework as a step towards ensuring some stability through enhanced communication on macroprudential approach. Central Bank is strengthening our macroprudential approach through enhanced systemic risk surveillance. In this regard, stress testing and analysis framework were further improved to better estimate, to understand the sensitivity to various macro-financial stress scenarios, thus strengthening the monitoring of developments and risks in the financial system overall. The Central Bank envisages extending its stress testing framework to the finance companies as well in this year. So that's really further broadened to other financial sector players as well. Furthermore, the reassessment of DSIPs with the required capital buffers have also been now completed. Announcement of the DSIPs along with corresponding DSIP capital buffers is expected now. We'll announce this year. Moving forward, the Central Bank will focus on identifying systemically important finance companies to strengthen the financial sector resilience. This parallel to DSIPs of banks, we also have a similar system for finance companies as well. A targeted policy approach through the use of appropriate macroprudential tools will strengthen oversight of banking sector credit. It will improve risk management among lending institutions and ensure financial system stability. As a macroprudential authority of the country, the Central Bank extends its macroprudential approach to financial sector participants outside the bank's regulatory purview through the Financial System Oversight Committee, or what they call EPSO. That's the overall coordination with the other financial sector regulators, which obviously bring all regulators under one umbrella from the macroprudential surveillance point of view. Under sustainable finance, one is the Sustainable Finance Roadmap for Sri Lanka, the version 2. Now we are working on that. This is to be launched in this year in line with evolving global and domestic conditions and to be operationalized with a view to providing timely guide for the expansion of sustainable finance activities in the country. We have some initiatives and we will continue to work on that on areas that we are responsible. To support this implementation roadmap, Central Bank will continue. One area is capacity building in this area, is including programs on Sri Lanka Green Finance Taxonomy that we are going to introduce or update to equip stakeholders with necessary knowledge and tools to integrate sustainable practices in line with the roadmap that we announced. The existing regulatory framework for sustainable finance activities would also be reviewed based on the updated Basel core principles with necessary actions to address any identified gaps. Moving into the other payment and settlement systems, that's also our responsibility. We know that maintaining a stable and efficient finance payment system is pivotal in ensuring sound financial systems. In this regard, initiatives are planned to improve relevant legislations and payments infrastructure and increase public trust in digital payments. So that's one area that we are seeing that work more on the public trust in digital payments. While promoting technology, we need to improve public trust in these areas as well.